Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Stu Ehrlich, and as I've said before, I have early onset Alzheimer's. I was diagnosed 11 years ago, and I hope you've been enjoying my posts and hopefully they've been informative. Having Alzheimer's is a very hard illness to have because in the beginning, most of us look like there's nothing wrong with us, as well as talk like there's nothing wrong with us. And for some of us, I believe the right medication, exercise, and eating right, we can go on a little longer in this stage. Some of us, unfortunately, aren't that lucky. We know the biggest symptom is short-term memory loss, and that happens gradually. Our caregivers should be on the lookout for that and report it to the doctor. So unlike my other posts, I'm going to be speaking more personally. And as I've said last week and before, I want to talk to you today about taking everybody on a journey of a day with me. Should be interesting, folks. Listen hard. So it's okay to laugh and shake your head and say, damn, me too. For those of you who are new to this Alzheimer's illness, what I will describe to you, you might not experience right now, but down the road. And there's no need to focus on it now. No notes today, everybody, as I've said in all my other previous posts. Maybe the second time when you re-listen, but sit back and caregivers, those with Alzheimer's, please laugh and cry if you like, it's okay. So here goes. A typical day in my life. I really never told you, a year ago I moved to Florida and live in an apartment right by my daughter. I wake up around 8 o'clock, I do my bathroom stuff, but because my wife is still sleeping, she's not there to remind me to do everything that I should really do. Even though I'm in the bathroom and I see my toothbrush, I really don't. Most of the time, even though I take my morning pills out, the night before, when I go to sleep, I put them on my end table. I wake up in the morning, I see them there, but I don't take them. I get my daughter's dog because she likes to sleep later, and I like to walk them. I feel better when I do something like that. And that's really, and that's really important. When I get back to the house, I'll feed them, and then I make my breakfast. I have a list of 5 breakfast foods I like to eat on a note in the kitchen. I somehow never forget my coffee, though. Okay, guys, please. I'm going to take a break and tell you something that's going on. I've been trying to post this post for quite a while. I'm having a very difficult morning. Okay? I am struggling with my memory, my train of thought, and focusing. And I have been doing this too many times. So my wife was wondering why I never came back inside, and she came out, and I'm just sitting here, and I explained to her what was going on, and she says, so big deal. Just tell him the truth. So that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you what's going on with me, and I'm having a hard time getting through this talk, but I'm going to do it. And hopefully, with the help of you, I'll be able to get through it. Okay? So let me go back to where I left off, and that's drinking my coffee. And hopefully I can get through without another problem. Okay? So I somehow never forget my coffee. So important. Looking at the note and making a decision is hard to do. And that's the note where I wrote 5 different breakfast foods. The best part of breakfast is I eat outside and I watch TV on my iPad. By this time, my wife has come out and joined me. What I forgot to tell you the night before is I make a list with Harriet of 5 things. I have an itch on my nose. Sorry about that. I have a list of 5 things to do the next day. We all know I'll never finish all 5, but that's what I do just in case I need a backup. A big problem is making decisions daily. I live with this 24/7. Sound familiar? That's where my caregiver comes in, making the decisions for me. Yes, she makes the decisions for me. And I listen. What I usually do until Harriet comes out for breakfast is work in my garden. I love gardening. I grow all kinds of veggies and herbs, and today I'm going to be planting watermelon. Last month I planted peanuts. You know, it's fun, and I love to see things grow. Okay, for our friends who have Alzheimer's, and I have this built into my head because I preach it all the time. Remember, I have always said, don't sit on your butt. Please find a hobby and exercise, ride a bike, anything. You know, unfortunately, I'll tell you more later, but I have more hobbies than I need. You should have hobbies, things you like to do. Caregivers, help them. So Harriet just brought her coffee out along with my AM pills and a daily list, as well as reminding me to brush my teeth and use the water pick when I go in. Breakfast time is our chat time. We talk about the day and what I do first and second. Dinner is planned, as well as things she asks me to do sometimes, like take a walk or drive her to the supermarket. By the way, I don't go in because my age puts me in a risk category. So I sit in the car and I play bingo on my phone. Keeps me busy, and I enjoy doing it, and it helps my brain. After we're done, we will take everything into the kitchen. Then she will ask if I took my pills, just in case. Tell me to go into the bathroom, brush my teeth, and use the water pick again before I start my day. That means what I do before lunch, after lunch. It even could be a movie on Netflix or a nap. Then comes dinner and what happens after dinner. Now what I'd like to do is break down my day, showing you how I deal with my Alzheimer's daily. This morning I chose 2 things to do this morning. It's always possible it will continue in the afternoon. And the first thing I'm going to do today is work outside. It's still on the cool side, mid-80s. Lucky me. I have two blueberry bushes to plant, and that shouldn't take me long. My new garden project is planting watermelon. It's going in a new section on the side of my house, and today I'm going to be picking up the grass, turning over the dirt, and adding more dirt, as well as fertilizing it. That should take a while. So I might not get done, and I will put that on my list tonight for tomorrow. Because one of the things is because I'm getting older and I don't always have the energy to finish it. So I will move it. We're flexible. I try to be. My wife insists. What we've decided is to stay out for 20 to 30 minutes, go inside, relax for a while. When I feel I'm ready, I'll go back. And this is in the afternoon. I'm sorry, not in the morning. It's in the afternoon when it gets hot here. Actually, today, I was only able to do my gardening stuff this morning. So my plan is to start the afternoon with my second project and finish gardening tomorrow. So that's my morning. Plenty of sun and sweat, and I'm actually beat when that's over. Lunch, my favorite. No, it's not. I'm not an eater. One of the issues is my taste buds. I can't always taste food, an Alzheimer's symptom. So dealing with food, both not always hungry and can't make decisions, is bad. So this is when Harriet marches into the kitchen, gives me 2 choices of things to eat. If I still can't decide, she'll tell me what I'm eating. While I'm eating, we talk about what I'm going to do the rest of the day, or actually in the afternoon. Sometimes things change, and that's why I have the 5 things on the list. So, don't laugh. I made a list of 25 things to do inside my house. No, I'm not crazy. The list includes things like phone calls, computer work, working on my photos, which is my hobby on my Mac, and I work on my computer, and many other odds and ends. This list I use to choose what I'm going to do the next day, and we continue to add to it. And that's something that, I recommend everybody do. It's good because it's there and it's visual. As I said, the afternoons are mostly inside, so I'm going off to the laundry room to work on my second project, my workbench. I'm usually pretty good at building things, but now it takes me a lot longer to do it. I got all my wood except the tabletop and shelf, and to my surprise, I got everything measured right. I'm using a combination of wood, glue, and nails, and it's taking me longer than I thought because I have to let the glue dry. Actually, most things take longer than they used to. How about you? So it's about 4 o'clock and I have to wait till tomorrow to continue. But I'm almost finished and it's looking good if I do say so myself. Remember, I had a list of 5 things to do. Decision time, again. Do I lie down and take a nap or pick another project on my list? Now I have to be honest with you. There are times that I can actually make decisions, and today is one. Harriet was in the living room, and I told her I was going to lie down and take a nap for an hour. So she then set her timer on her phone, and so did I on my phone. And I'll tell you why I did that. Because when the alarm goes off on my phone, most of the times I have no idea why it went off. Short-term memory loss. I wake up from the alarm. I have about an hour and a half till dinner, and this is the time I usually get a little irritable. What you need to know is the evenings and nights are the worst time of the day. For me, I'm sorry. It's not usual for people to struggle at that time of day. At this point, my evening is going to be less productive. I have a problem thinking straight and putting my act together. My wife will remind me that it's time of the day, and so let me do it again. My wife will remind me it's that time of the day, and she'll give me a hug. I might stay in bed or go sit on the couch before dinner and play some games on my phone just to unwind. Now remember, we decided at breakfast that what we're having for dinner. But most of the time I will forget and ask her what we're having. I'll say, I'm not hungry. Because this is nothing new, she will say, sit down for dinner with me. I'll make you a small plate. Eat what you can, and what happens, like always, is I usually eat most of it, if not all of it. So that took us to dinner. Now, after dinner is interesting. For me, I try to think of what to do this evening. I get frustrated because I can't make decisions even when I have a plan. And when Harriet tries to suggest something, I tell her to leave me alone. Of course she doesn't, but she will wait till I calm down a little, and she'll come into the bedroom, lay down with me, and hold me. I usually end up not doing a damn thing. Watching TV or playing my games sometimes doesn't even work for me then. I just lie there till she comes in to go to sleep. This is somewhat of a typical day. Trust me, there are days when I walk in circles. That's why we structure the day and keep a list of what I'm going to do. I used to get lost when I drove, but since I committed to using a GPS on my phone, it's better. I hardly ever get lost. I have verbal outbursts that come out anytime during the day, and I can't control them. So in some respect, I never know how the day will plan out. Neither will you, but we work on it every day. So I'm sure you're wondering if the person you listen to is the same person I'm talking about. It is. I have always said, guys, I always say it like it is and tell the truth. Remember, friends, Alzheimer's is a crazy illness to have. It's not easy talking about yourself. Another symptom of mine is I get lost in time. So I could have gone on longer or gotten into more details, but Harriet was by my side to make sure I didn't do that. I hope some of what I just told you hits home to the caregivers and to my friends with Alzheimer's. And I hope you learned some things today. All my friends with Alzheimer's, I hope my day sounds a little like yours, so you know you're not alone. Send me an email at Stuart, Stuart, 041945 @gmail. Tell me what you're going through, suggestions for other shows, or just call and say, hi, I have Alzheimer's. And the other thing is, subscribe. There's a button that says subscribe. It's not going to cost you a penny if you don't know what it's all about. It's free. What it will do is tip you off when my next post is coming. And it will help me because the more subscribers to my post, it will go to the top of the list. So more people will get to see them. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say today, and we will see you again. Please stay well, stay safe, and God bless.